Today we're going to continue our study of Chapter 10 in Social Studies with Lesson 2, Government and Society. The big idea for today's lesson: Rome's tripartite government and written laws helped create a stable society. Main ideas: Roman government was made up of three parts that worked together to run the city. Written laws helped keep order in Rome, and the Roman Forum was the heart of Roman society. You're going to come back and watch this video on ancient Rome government. So the Roman government was made up of three parts, tripartite. When the plebeians, remember the peasants, when they complained about Rome's government, the leaders knew they had to do something, the patricians. So as a result, they developed a tripartite, which is a three-part government. Like a tricycle has three wheels, tri means three parts. The magistrates. The first part of the government was made up of the elected officials, the magistrates. The two most powerful officials were called consuls. Each magistrate was elected for 1 year, had his own duties and powers. Okay, so the magistrates were elected officials. The two most powerful officials were the consuls. And then we had the Senate. This was the second part of the government, the Roman Senate. This was a council of wealthy and powerful Romans, the patricians, that advised the city's leaders. Members of the Senate were elected for life. And then the third part, the assemblies and the tribunes. This part of the government protected the common people and had two branches. The first branch was made up of both the plebeians and the patricians. Their primary job was to elect the magistrates. The second branch was made up of the tribunes, who had the right to veto, which means prohibit, actions by other officials. They were elected by the plebeians. Okay, so now both of those people have a say in their government. And the tripartite is very similar to what we based our government on here in the United States. So we have the magistrates, the Senate, the assemblies and tribunes. The magistrates, the consuls, led government and army. They judged court cases. They served for 1 year. They had power over all citizens, including the other officials, so including these. The Senate advised the consuls, served for life, gained control of financial affairs. Assemblies and tribunes represented the common people, approved or rejected laws, declared war, and elected magistrates. The Roman citizens could take part in assemblies all their adult lives. The tribunes served for 1 year. They could veto the decisions of the consuls and the other magistrates. So it's kind of a system of checks and balances like we have today here in the United States. So Rome's government would not have worked without the participation of the people. People participated because they felt it was their duty to the city. The citizens attended the assembly meetings, they voted, and the wealthy and powerful citizens held public office. Again, very similar. Checks and balances were created to ensure that no one part of the government had more power than the other. And what I mean by that is checks and balances are methods to balance power. They keep one part of the government from becoming stronger or more influential than the others. The written laws helped keep order in Rome. Many people were punished for breaking laws that they didn't even know existed because the laws weren't written down. So, to prevent this, Rome's first law code was written, and it was displayed in the Forum, which was Rome's public meeting place. So then you couldn't say, well, I didn't know. If you'll think all the way back, remember Hammurabi's code? That was the first to be written and put on display, so Rome is following suit. So here's a picture or an example of what the Roman Forum would have looked like. It was the center of life in ancient Rome. The city's most important temples and government buildings were located there, and it's where Romans met to talk about the issues of the day. So the word forum means public place. So the heart of Roman society is where the law of 12 tables was kept. That's the rules. It was the site of many important government buildings, and of course, popular meeting place to shop, chat, and gossip. You're going to come back and you're going to watch this video on the political structure of the Roman republics, just so you can better understand it. And then when you've done that, this is the end of lesson 10.2. Next time, we will talk about the late republic with lesson 3.